NBC's George Lewis
Okay, it's October 22nd, 2011. Harold Camping failed prediction happens again. Let's look at some clippings on the news about Harold Camping.
People around the world that the end was coming this past Saturday at 6 p.m. Now he's become the butt of jokes, and his followers, many of whom cashed in their life savings and took children out of school, are demoralized and angry.
Well, I can tell you very candidly that when May 21 came and went, it was a very difficult time for me.
Monday night, Pastor Harold Camping went on the radio to talk about his failed doomsday forecast. His explanation, Saturday marked an invisible judgment. The real end comes in 5 months.
God brought Judgment Day, and it will continue right up until October 21, 2011, and at that time the whole world will be destroyed. We have not been wrong about that at all.
In Maryland, Gary Vollmer, a longtime listener who had prepared for the end to come Saturday, is angry.
He never did really say anything about being wrong or, what havoc he's caused.
For late-night TV comics, this story is manna from heaven.
When asked what happened, and this guy doesn't miss a beat, he said, why did the world end? You predicted it. You raised $100 million. He said, it's a miracle!
Number 3, at 89, I can't remember how to operate the toaster. Number 2, didn't everybody's world end when Oprah was canceled? And number 1, Harold Camping excuse. I'm fat crazy. That's the problem.
The New York Daily News headlined, "Some say the world will end today, so buy this paper if it's the last thing you do." On Twitter, there were comments like, "This is my first rapture. I'm trying to figure out what to wear." And people posted Facebook pictures of empty clothing, as though the occupants had been swept up to heaven.
There it is.
Given recent events, the tornadoes in Joplin, Missouri and elsewhere, the flooding along the Mississippi, the tsunami in Japan, it's easy to see why some might believe the end is near.
There are a few people in Camping's followers that gave up all their retirement funds. They put money into this. They stood out at the street corners. They alienated family, and they've lost a lot.
And now they've been told, just wait 5 months, Judgment Day is really coming. But for many of them, that may require a huge leap of faith. Matt?
All right, George Lewis. George, thank you very much.
Okay, so you can see that everybody's making fun of Harold Camping and they think it's a joke. But what does the Bible say about these prophets that come in and give false predictions? This is Matthew 7:15 says, "Beware of the false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. You shall know them by their fruits." So the Bible predicts that men like Harold Camping is going to come with their failed predictions, and people make fun of them, and it's just a joke. But why would someone follow Harold Camping like that? It's just people are uninformed of what the Bible says, that the end of the world, no one knows the hour or the day. Jesus says that. So we should not follow men. We should follow what the Bible says. Now, other people has also made predictions that the rapture is invisible and stuff like that, and the return of Christ is invisible. Let's look at some other people that you should not be following. This one right here is the Jehovah Witnesses. You can live forever on paradise earth. Page 147 says, I'll read it to you. It's kind of small print, but you can see it here. It says, "In what way does Christ return to earth?" Okay, and it says here on page 147, "Since Christ's return is invisible." Okay, so they're saying that Christ returned invisible in 1914. So there you go. Just like Harold Camping, the Jehovah Witnesses are saying Jesus returned invisible in 1914, and that And also, in 1914, it says, on page 154, it says, so of what can we be certain? Of what can we be certain, says the Jehovah's Witnesses. Here it says, some of the generation living in 1914 will see the end of the system of things and survive it. Armageddon. So here the Jehovah's Witnesses are saying that 1914 Jesus came invisibly, which is a joke, and the generation living in 1914 will see Armageddon, which is another joke. So, I mean, just like people think Harold Camping is a joke, people should also say that the Jehovah's Witnesses are also a joke. If you're a Jehovah's Witness, you know, people are laughing at you. You need to get out of the system. I mean, it's not your fault. You've just been misled by the people. Now, Jehovah's Witnesses are good people that are just misled. So, if you don't want to be a joke, then you need to get out of this organization. Forget about 1914. Forget about what the Watchtower says. Just get out. Just follow the Bible, and you know, go to a good church that teaches the Bible, and forget about the Watchtower. This is just my advice. You can take it or leave it, but as you can see, the Harold Camping joke, don't be a joke with your organization either. Take care, and God bless.